The Labour Court is expected to rule today on an urgent application to stop SAA retrenchments. Unions, Numsa and the SA Cabin Crew Association filed the application. It came after business rescue practitioners decided to cut several routes to cut costs. It says this is the beginning of an accelerated retrenchment process. SAA says while layoffs are inevitable, the company hasn't flouted any labour laws. It says the airline will ensure that all obligations to staff are met. Still in SAA, the President says the carrier is a prime example of the extent of state capture and corruption at SAEs.
Extent of state capture and corruption and mismanagement in SOEs is possibly best demonstrated at South African Airways, which was placed in business rescue late last year. The business rescue practitioners are expected to unveil their plans for restructuring the airline in the next few weeks. In the interest of South Africa's aviation industry and our economy, it is essential that a future restructured airline is commercially and operationally sustainable and is not dependent on further government funding.
To discuss issues at the national carrier, I'm joined by SA Cabin Crew Association Deputy President Christopher Shabangu. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Jane.
So I guess it's a big day for you today in court. What are you expecting?
It is indeed a big day. We hope it's going to go our way. I think I should point out that today is about us asking for a plan. Basically, we hope the courts will understand what Advocate Toby yesterday so articulately put before the court yesterday. As we are asking basically for a plan, we cannot be cutting jobs without a plan. We cannot be embarking on a Section 189 without consultation. And the company or the PRP practitioners saying they're not, which they are, basically.
I mean, the practitioners are saying that this is the wrong way to go through the courts, that this is not the way to hold them accountable, and that it's premature.
There is no other way of holding them accountable because there is no consultation. According to the law, Companies Act, they're supposed to be consulting, which they're not. And we cannot be premature when yesterday in court it was clearly made that 8 points were actually put forth by Advocate Toby that this is what they've done. They've actually announced even to the workers that they're going to be embarking on headcount. If you're going to be cutting flights in Durban, East London, and all of that, you basically are cutting jobs without any consultation. The workers in Durban, in East London, and Portugal, they don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on. So it cannot be said that it's premature. It is something that we have to do as unions to approach the court. We therefore need the protection of the court, and we hope today that's going to be the case. The court.
What if you don't get your way today? Where does that leave you? I mean, I think it's pretty understood that in order to save SAA, that jobs do have to go, routes do have to go.
Look, Jane, we've been coming to your studio saying this so many times. It is not necessary that jobs need to go. There are plans that are there. For example, we're saying to me, maybe I can even articulate a little bit on the plans. South African Airways is in debt. So if you were to go into a joint venture with any partner that's willing to, which there are partners that are willing, they can carry your debt for the next 5 years. In other words, carry your expenses for the next 5 years. The reason why it would be 5 years, for example, is for them to be able to recoup their money afterwards. They'll be using your metal, your stuff. Therefore, what we're saying is that there are training layoffs. As much as we expect that some people are going to lose their jobs, but that should be covered by the training layoffs that we negotiated last year. So if you could say, for example, you want to lose 1,000 people, after the plan has been put forward, the one that we've been proposing, the Chahana's plan, you then go look into the training layoff scheme, which would mean that maybe 500, 600 people might take up the offer, and then you have less people that are going to lose their jobs. You must understand, some people know nothing else except the airline and aviation industry. So if you cut the jobs right now, what do we do?
Okay, Christopher Shabangu, thank you.